The episode begins with Shashwat says he is content in his life now, and he decides to spend time on himself and family. Pihu suggests going for a family trip. She says they can go to Europe. She asks Ishani to come with Anurag. Shashwat asks her why Anurag will come when he is getting married. Pihu tells him that they are going to stop the marriage. Ishani asks Pihu not to start again. Shashwat collapses. Everyone runs to Shashwat. Siddharth examines Shashwat and says it's a heart attack. Pihu asks Shashwat what happened to him. Raj Didi goes to call an ambulance. Shashwat holds Ishani's hand and dies. Pihu tells him that nothing will happen to him. Siddharth checks Shashwat's pulse and reveals Shashwat is dead. Everyone cries hearing this. Raj Didi asks Shashwat to open his eyes. She says Shashwat can't leave her like this. The next day, in the cremation ground, Shashwat's last rites begin. Ishani holds Pihu to give support to her. The priest asks them to call their son to perform last rites. Pihu tells him that Shashwat doesn't have any son. The priest asks who will perform Shashwat's last rites. Raj Didi tells him that Shashwat's son Yash must be on the way. Pihu tells Raj Didi that Yash would have arrived if he wanted to. She tells priest that she will perform the last rites of Shashwat. The priest tells her that women can't do that. Pihu tells him that she doesn't want to argue in this matter, and she will do it no matter what. The priest agrees. Pihu performs the last rites of Shashwat. She tells Shashwat that he took care of them wholeheartedly, even though he had few flaws, and she asks him to stay happy wherever he is. She hopes God gives peace to Shashwat's spirit. She assures him that she will make him proud. She cries and says she will miss him so much. Siddharth holds Pihu. Pihu cries, hugging him. Raj Didi asks Shashwat how she will live alone now, and how can he leave her like this. She cries. Ishani consoles Raj Didi. Pihu lights the funeral pyre. Sengupta cries. Later, Pihu asks Ishani whether the latter forgave Shashwat wholeheartedly. Ishani asks why Pihu is asking this now. Pihu says it's important for her to know. Ishani tells Pihu that she faced so much because of Shashwat, and it's not easy to forget that, and only she can understand what she went through, and her wounds won't heal easily. But she saw Shashwat changing, that's why she could forgive him. She says it may sound weird, but she will miss Shashwat so much. Pihu says Shashwat knew his time was over, and there was peace on his face while dying. Ishani agrees with Pihu. She hopes Shashwat's spirit rests in peace. Pihu says God freed Shashwat from pain. She gives a letter to Ishani which Shashwat wrote for the latter. The episode begins with Shashwat confesses in his letter that he loves Ishani so much. He tells her that he knows there is no destination to his love. He accepts he did wrong with Ishani and he can't forgive himself. He says he was lucky that he got Ishani, but he did not understand her worth when she was with him, and he lost her when he started understanding her worth. He asks her to think about her happiness, and Anurag is her happiness, and he wants Ishani to be happy. Ishani gets emotional after reading the letter. She tells him that she will pray his soul rests in peace. She says today Anurag will get married, and she wants freedom from everything, so she can't fulfill Shashwat's last wish. She gets surprised seeing Anurag there and asks him what he is doing there and what about his marriage. Anurag tells Ishani that Radhika cancelled the marriage because she thinks he loves Ishani still, and Radhika even claimed Ishani loves him too. Ishani tells him that Radhika met her, but she did not tell Radhika to cancel the marriage, and Radhika misunderstood. They love each other still. Anurag asks her whom she loves now. Ishani tells him that she doesn't know. She asks him whether he did not want to meet her. Anurag tells her that he was angry because he got tired of waiting for her, and he thought he could settle with Radhika but that did not happen either. Ishani asks him what his future plans are. Anurag tells her that he is confused. He reveals Shashwat met him and asked him to cancel the marriage and marry Ishani. Ishani tells him about Shashwat's letter. She says Shashwat changed. Anurag agrees with her. He says he will pray Shashwat's soul rests in peace. He tells her that everyone wants them to get married. Ishani asks him whether he doesn't want that. Anurag tells her that he is glad his marriage did not happen with Radhika because he can't forget Ishani ever. He says maybe they should give another chance to themselves. Ishani tells him that she will love him forever, but she can't get him, and she wants freedom from all the relationships now. She says she wants to find her real identity, and she has to learn to love herself. Anurag asks her what her future plans are. Ishani tells him she is sure God will show her the path. Anurag tells her that he will be alone forever. Ishani asks him to question his heart and find answers. She says she was lucky to get Anurag's love, and she wants to live her life from now on. Anurag asks her whether this is their last meeting. Ishani asks him whether their memories are not enough to live with them. Anurag tells her that he wants more. Ishani tells him that they will love each other forever, but their path is different now. Anurag hugs her. Ishani hugs him back. The episode begins with the lawyer telling Pihu that Shashwat changed his will. After coming out of the hospital, he asks about Yash. Pihu tells him that Yash is not Shashwat's son. Raj Didi tells Pihu that Yash must have a reason to not come for Shashwat's funeral. Pihu says she won't forgive Yash. Siddharth tells the lawyer that the family is upset, so he can tell about the will. The lawyer reveals Shashwat divided everything in Pihu and Yash's names. Pihu says if Yash learns about it, then he will come with Ankita, definitely. The lawyer says Shashwat gave this house to Raj Didi and Ishani. Ishani comes downstairs and says she doesn't want anything. Pihu asks Ishani, "What is this?" Ishani tells Pihu that she got her destination, so she is going to Vrindavan to worship Lord Krishna. She says she doesn't want any share, and she wants to live for Lord Krishna until she dies. The lawyer asks Ishani to think once again, because this house is really expensive. Ishani tells him that nothing is above her aim. Raj Didi asks Ishani not to go. She says she will be alone without Ishani. Ishani asks Raj Didi to learn to live alone and find out the goal of her life. She tells the lawyer to transfer the house in Raj Didi's name only. Raj Didi hugs Ishani and apologizes to Ishani. She says she misunderstood Ishani in the past and cries. Siddharth asks Ishani where she will stay in Vrindavan. Ishani replies there are so many ashrams in Vrindavan, and she will definitely get a place to stay. She tells Pihu that she will sing kirtan songs for her survival in Vrindavan. She says Lord Krishna is calling, so she has to go. Pihu asks whether Ishani will never return. Ishani tells Pihu that she did not think about that. Pihu hugs Ishani and says she will miss the latter. Ishani says Pihu is her life, and she will miss Pihu too. She asks Siddharth to take care of Pihu. Siddharth asks her to not worry about Pihu. Ishani signs on the papers that the lawyer gave her. Pihu asks Ishani whether the latter won't meet Anurag before leaving. Ishani tells Pihu that she would have become weak if she had seen Anurag then. She asks them to take care of themselves because her taxi is waiting. She goes out of the house. Anurag comes there and asks Ishani whether she is going anywhere. Ishani tells him she decided to live in Vrindavan till she dies. Anurag asks her whether she won't take him with her. Ishani tells him she will live in the ashram and he can't live there. Anurag asks her to give him a chance because he can live anywhere if she is with him then. He says this journey would have been easy if they had stayed together then. Ishani asks him what about his mother. Anurag tells her that he hired a helper for his mother. He asks whether he can sit in this car. Pihu tells Ishani to say yes. Raj Didi tells Ishani to take Anurag with her. Ishani gets in the car and opens the door for Anurag. Pihu sends all the best to Anurag and Ishani. Anurag gets in the car. Anurag and Ishani share an eye lock and smile at each other